Okay, y'all, welcome to another YouTube video. If it's your first time seeing me, hi, my name is Carly Carter. I am an investor of luxury goods. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, definitely give me a follow, subscribe to the channel because I teach you all about what is a good investment in the luxury space and create your closet into an investment portfolio. Let's get into my Chanel purse collection. I'm only gonna do Chanel. If this goes well and you love it, let me know in the comments below and I'll do maybe a full bag collection video. I have 17 Chanel bags to show you today in my collection so far. I know that's an insane number. I've been collecting Chanel for a while. It is arguably one of the top brands for long-term investment value that there is because Chanel goes up 20% every year, as is most other luxury brands. Since the 80s, Chanel has increased their prices retail around 20% every single year. So what that means is if you buy a Chanel 5 years ago retail price, in 5 years, you're going to be able to get all of your money back out of that bag, guaranteed, even though it's used, because in 5 years, it will be significantly more expensive retail, right? That whole subject in itself, I talk about mostly on my podcast. So definitely check out my podcast down below if this is a subject that interests you. If you're just here for the pretty bags, girl, I get it. I love a pretty bag as well. So let's jump into it. Most of my bags are vintage bags, and that is because I love a good deal. I buy deals, I buy long-term investments, I buy investments that I can wear and style up for as long as I possibly want to. And if I ever wanted to sell or liquidate any of my assets, I could. I don't typically do that to the bags because I've curated the bags that I wear a lot, but I do buy bags as investments and then resell them on my Instagram, for example. My Instagram is also down below if you don't follow me there. That's kind of where this whole journey started for me. I do daily unboxings over there. I'm just kind of a general blogger, but I do weekly closet sales. So I will do a lot of unboxings anyways and just different things that I'm finding, and anything left over that I'm not keeping or just I think is like a really good buy, because I get that question a lot, like, hey, have you seen any really good deals on bags or whatever? I buy them and I sell them in the closet sale for you guys to get really good deals as well. So this was a really long-winded intro. Let's get into it. Let's do my first Chanel bag. This beauty, dear God, I love this bag so much. I am a red girl, true and true. Blue red specifically, if you don't know the difference, there is orange reds, there's blue reds, and then there's a neutral red, like a true red, they call it. This is a blue red. As you can see, there's much more of like a darker red, or like you have those like blue undertones. This would be considered like an orangey kind of red, just for a reference. This is my very first Chanel bag. I fell in love with it. I felt like the luckiest person in the whole world when I found it because I love red, and Chanel rarely does this specific color of blue red. It's almost like a lipstick red. They do like a darker red or maybe a true red, but a blue red is like super rare to find. And this is, I believe, a series 1, which means it is very vintage. That is like an incredible thing about Chanel vintage bags, is that they hold their shape, and everything that they did in the structure of vintage Chanel is like insane, amazing. Now, something to note about it, which is interesting, is the reissue is like the start of this bag. The reissue bag is a 2.55, meaning it is the original bag that Coco Chanel literally created for the house. And you'll see that the hardware is different. It does not have a CC. It has a rectangle shape with also a turn lock, and it has a different chain. That chain is what is represented, and you might see this or hear this talked about a lot, of Coco Chanel designed it based on the chains that the nuns used to wear in the orphanage that she stayed at. And this turn lock didn't come into play until Karl Lagerfeld came on to help design Chanel with Coco Chanel, and he designed the CC turn lock, and that is what the iconic bag is today. So there's two different types of double flaps. There's the reissue 2.55, and there is the double flap classic, which is what this is. This comes in several different sizes. There is a mini, a small, a medium, a jumbo, and a maxi. This is a medium. It has been the same for years. You can see it has the ability to do both like this. It is amazing. I love it. I cannot talk this long on every single bag or else we're gonna be here for an hour. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Next we have the Jumbo. This is probably arguably the most iconic bag for Chanel. Everybody loves the Jumbo. This size of bag is amazing. I love it. Now, you will notice that the top of these, if you're a Chanel lover like I am, the top of these are horizontal and not vertical like you just saw on the medium. And that is because this is a single flap. These came out in 2006. I could be wrong about that. I'll do it on screen if I'm wrong. I'm just doing this like all by like random memory. And they only produced them for a couple years and then they stopped producing them, but they produced them because there was a lot of arguments on the Jumbo being too heavy of a bag just by itself, and that the chain would dig into people's arms when there was like a lot in the bag, right? So they started doing the single flap version and then they discontinued it, but a lot of people love the single flap for that same reason, that if you're gonna use it as a daily bag, it's just a lot lighter and you can fit a lot more in it. Because of the lack of double flap here, that extra bit of, you know, thick piece of leather in there just takes up a lot more room than you might expect. This has gone to leather surgeons. I'll have to see if I can find the pre-leather surgeons photos, but this is like, has been well used, well loved. I absolutely love this. It definitely needed a spa day. I'm planning on sending several of my bags to leather surgeons, which is like the most amazing spa for luxury handbags, but especially Chanel. They're the only ones that touch my Chanel bags. And that's because, to my knowledge, they have a relationship with the Chanel in the US. That is the shop that Chanel actually sends their leather goods that they're not sending over to France to get repaired. If you don't know that, Chanel does use like local places to repair things if it's not something that needs to be repaired specifically in France. So they have a relationship with Chanel, and therefore they have access to all the correct hardwares, all the correct leathers, everything that needs to be like preserved in a Chanel bag, they do well. And that is definitely something you want to keep in mind if you ever send your bag to a spa, because you can absolutely ruin the long-term investment value of that bag if they do not know what they're doing. Next, we have the chocolate bar. If you don't know what that means, this has been like coined from Chanel lovers as the chocolate bar bag, because you can see that the diamond quilting is actually horizontal instead of vertical like this, and therefore the horizontal shape and size makes it look like a chocolate bar. Again, this is pre-2000, whenever they stopped doing the Chanel hardware in 24 karat gold. So this is the 24 karat gold plated. And on the inside, you can see it's just an awesome little bag for lots of different uses. I love it. This is from, 2002. And it is a series 70. Yes, I really should have like freshened up on my like history of Chanel before filming this video. Anyways, next up we have my birth year bag. Okay, if you don't know what a birth year bag is, again, it's a collector thing. A lot of collectors try to find a vintage bag from their favorite designer from their birth year. And my birth year is 1992. This is a 1992 gorgeous flap. This is what you would call like a Chanel flap. This is like a double flap, but anything that has a flap with a turn lock is like typically referred to as Chanel flap. Now this pearl chain is just a little add-on. It just like hooks right there, but I thought it was just so super cute, and it hangs really cute on the bag. Next is my baby. I freaking love this bag. This is the Trendy in size small. The first Chanel bag that I ever fell in love with. I mean, obviously I loved the double flap forever like everybody, but when I saw the Trendy and I saw this Chanel plate right here, I was like, this is the bag for me. I just love everything about it. It's literally perfection. I got this from Deals of Steel on Instagram, Shop Deals of Steel. She is an awesome Instagram shop, like turned friend. I really, really love her. She found this for me for such a good deal, and I am like forever grateful because she was thinking about keeping it and she sold it to me, and I am literally in debt to her for my life because I love it so much. There are 3 compartments here. Oh my God, there's still so much stuff in this. That's funny. Oh God. Oh God, let's see where this is from. What did I buy? Oh no. Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren, yeah. I love a good Ralph Lauren sale. What do you want from me? Again, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I have much more of a following there. That's kind of where this whole thing started. And every once in a while, if there's like a really good deal on something, I'll do some like personal shopping or something just for like the morale and the fun of it. I don't necessarily make, you know, a ton of money, just like enough to really like cover like the time and the expense of like, and the effort of like shipping everything out. And yeah, in Ralph Lauren, there is like a certain time of year that they have like crazy epic sales, especially on bear sweaters. And I'm like a bear sweater fiend. Anyways, they're usually very expensive, like $600, $400 to $600. And every once in a while, they have really good deals on them in the Ralph Lauren outlet. And so I did that, and we literally sold out like every surrounding Ralph Lauren on my Instagram because, and Ralph Lauren was so awesome because they ended up shipping out to everybody for me. I like had to create this like spreadsheet. We like, I mean, hundreds of bear sweaters. That was an eventful time. Anyways, that's why you should follow me on Instagram, because we do fun stuff like that. But back to the Trendy. We really just veered off. This is gonna be such a long video. This is like a perfect, almost like a periwinkle blue, but it's navy enough that it still goes with a lot of my navy things. When I got this from her, right? Originally, I was like, oh my God, it's a great deal. Absolutely, I've always wanted a Trendy, like I need it done. And it didn't even matter to me that like, you know, what the color was, but would I have picked out this color like in store if I was like, you know, going in retail and been like that one? Yes, probably not. And I would have been wrong. Oh my God, wear this bag so much. It is such a freaking good color for so many outfits. Jeans, like reds, pinks, it goes with everything. This color, if you do not have a bag this color, you need one in your life. Take it from me, this is it. Next, we have the beauty herself. This is another medium. I literally love her. I love her so much. I have always wanted a chevron pattern bag. This is one of the first chevrons that Chanel ever did. This is a series 3, which is incredible. So amazing. There is Beige Clair, the color Beige Clair in Chanel, which is like the most iconic, the most sought after beige color that there is. This is actually called Natural. They don't do this color. I've never seen it again actually, but it is like almost like a natural leather, like a vachetta leather type color. And it doesn't really have like a strong finish on it. So it is particularly delicate. But when I saw the chevron, I was like, no, stop. I need it done, sorted, sign me up. It is incredible. I love it so much. Let's go to one of my most used Chanel bags that I never expected, but like is arguably probably the most used one ever. The Executive Tote. This really has 2 names. It's called the Surf Tote, as in like CERF, surf, like certified or something, tote. But also it's called the Executive Tote a lot. I don't know. But I bought this because I was like, well, I would love a bag for my laptop and just kind of run around. I have a briefcase that I use from Brahmin that I use all the time and I love. And the first time I saw this was actually in store, in boutique, and I was like, oh my God, that is the best business bag I've ever seen in my whole life. And I didn't buy it at the time, and then I saw it later and I was like, done. They really have gone up a lot, but when I bought this, it was like the most underrated Chanel bag ever. I don't know why. It was like the anomaly. You could find really good deals on this bag on the pre-loved market. Like, I mean, good deals for Chanel. I mean, obviously still very expensive, but like comparatively to like what a double flap was going for or whatever, right? It was like a good, and I bought it when the micro bag trend was like at its peak. And so bigger bags were always going to go a little bit less anyways. And it was just like love at first sight. I am obsessed. This comes with a strap and a little pouch that says Chanel on it, and it has 2 little clips that clips on the inside. So you have like this other little pouch that you can like move in and out. The strap, which is literally somewhere, but it hooks right here and right here. So you can make it a shoulder bag or a crossbody. I'm exposing myself here. Look. I put a really thick piece of cardboard in there and then I close it and I don't use this, and it's perfect and it keeps it really straight right there. Because like keeping the shape of your bags is huge for as far as just like holding its value. Again, I buy bags for long-term investment value in general, not because I necessarily like like plan on selling them all the time. But if you're gonna invest in something, then this is a really good option to invest in because you can wear it and use it and love it, and it just appreciates the value in your closet, and you get capital gains at the end of the day if you ever needed to sell it or wanted to, or you can sell it to buy something else, etc. Yes, I have the same bag in white. I bought this one first. I'm actually remembering. I bought this one first, and because it was a great deal, and I was like, sold. I don't have a white Chanel bag. Done. You can see the strap that I was missing earlier right there. Such a freaking epic bag. Again, I have a white organizer in this one. The other one was black. It has the same little pouch here in the matching color. I wore it, fell absolutely deeply in love with it, and I was like, this is my most like wonderful, amazing, functional use Chanel bag ever, especially as an entrepreneur. I go to a lot of meetings, I have a lot of laptop things, like, you know, I run around with like papers and envelopes and like whatever. So yeah, this was the best purchase ever. And then when after like a month, I was like, done. I need one. I need another one. I need one in black too because I love it so much. And so that's when I bought the black version. And then I bought white Chanel ballet flats to go with that. And then my white executive tote, and it's a look. It's cute. She's cute. Is this the longest Chanel collection video ever? Yes, it is. Next, let's do this one. Anything with a turn lock means money. Anything with a turn lock means great investment value, will retain its value long term, right? So when I saw this, I was like, it was a good deal because it's very vintage. I didn't have a black patent leather bag, and it had a turn lock, and I was like, 2 marks, checked, done, sold, let's do it. It also has a little Chanel here. I wonder what year this is. Yeah, 50. I wanted an everyday Chanel bag that could just be like kind of a punching bag that I could fit everything in and not have to like worry and struggle with. And that is why I got a black patent leather bag to fit that category. Black patent leather is so durable. Next is a bonus bag. This is actually technically would be the 18th bag because this really isn't a Chanel bag, even though it is. This is the bag that I get asked about the most on my Instagram, that people see it in my background and they immediately go, oh my God, where'd you get it? I need it. Yes, you totally do. So this is a Chanel bag. It is from Chanel, but it is a bag that comes with a purchase of a shoe. And it came with my Chanel slippers. I own a lot of Chanel shoes. Comment down below if you want to see a Chanel shoe video, because that would also be like a fun video to film. But the Chanel slippers I bought in a sale. I love them. I like worn them to like an nth of their degree. But I bought them originally just to get this bag. Everybody did, right? Everybody in the sale bought the freaking slippers just to get the free bag with purchase because it's like the best thing in the whole world. And this is a Chanel extra large Twilly. They rarely do this size of Twilly. This was so hard to find. This was like crazy hard to find. I did a story about it on my Instagram, and like everybody went into a frenzy because there just weren't a lot in the US. I bought it, and then I had this vision for this bag. So I put holes in the top here, and I have just knotted it in the back. I think I'm actually gonna go a step further and put like nice rivets here. And I wanted to make it a beach bag, like a little beach bag tote. And that's exactly what I did. I used it in Cape May when I was there last, and it is such a good little beach bag. We have this one. Now this is a very cool, very rare vintage Chanel flap. This is not a double flap. This is a Chanel flap. This is the one that I bought for my mom. This is her Chanel flap bag. This is her second Chanel that I bought her. The first one I'll show you later. I bought her this for one reason, actually, the size. You can see it's like the perfect size in between a jumbo and a medium. Now I owned this bag already in navy and I loved it, but I just wasn't wearing the navy as much at the time, and I sold it in a closet sale. When I saw this for sale, I knew exactly the bag that it was because I already owned it in navy, which is crazy because they're so rare. Look at the inside. It is so cool, especially this one. Look here, has a zipper here, great compartments, and look at the inside. It has compartments all the way along the front and the back, and you'll see there's a little snap on the inside there. Now that is because it originally came with a matching wallet. It is so freaking cute. It has a little CC on the front, and it pops in, slides right in there, and then that part, the part that snaps into the wallet, you leave that flap open, you slide it in, and it also snaps into here. We also had the strap lengthened at Leather Surgeon. So I bought this, and it definitely needed a good spa day. My mom is an abuser of bags. Like, she will just like, she murders bags. We don't buy bags for her to be great investment value long term. We buy bags for her to use and with an nth of their like life. I'm going way too long, way too long. Wrap it up, wrap it up. First bag that I ever bought my mom, which is the mini. Now, we bought this in Paris. It was her very first time in Paris. I brought her to Paris. This was actually the first Chanel bag that I bought in the boutique that I didn't buy pre-loved, because I'm like a hunter. So actually the story, it goes, she wanted just like a little bag that she could kind of run around and it just be like an easy one. Well, we bought her the wallet on chain. And I was like, Mom, this is not the move, because the thing about wallet on chains is the snaps, especially if you're using them as like an everyday, like run around, and she stuffs her bags, right? She stuffs the bejeezies out of her bags. So I was like, man, Mom, a snap closure for a bag that you're gonna run around and stuff as much as you possibly can in is not a snap closure. Like, you should not do the snap closure, because a lot of people that do that, those snaps end up wearing out because there's so much pressure on them from the bag being full. And when they're walking or whatever, the weight of just like, you know, you walking, it will unsnap and just like hang. Not a good stuffer. Does that make sense? We bought that, right? And she like, you know, used it like that one, you know, day just kind of around the hotel, and it was like, yeah, I feel like maybe that's not the move because of everything we talked about. And she also just needed more room. So I was like, Mom, you need a mini. You need a mini. We need to take it back. We'll exchange it for a mini. Like, you need a mini. So that's exactly what we did. We exchanged it for this mini, and she used this so much. It is so functional. Guys, I hate small bags. I hate small bags. I want to carry my day timer. I want to carry stuff. And like, I don't have to struggle and like play Tetris every time I want to get out my sunglasses. You know what I mean? Like the micro trend bag, like, no, all of you are lying to yourselves. Stop it. Like, I want a lipstick. I want a chapstick. I want my sunglasses. I want my day timer. I want my phone, and I want a lotion. I don't want much, but I want all those things to fit in my bag. You know what I mean? Next up, we have the newest addition to my Chanel collection. Now this is going to Leather Surgeons because it's a few things. Now this is called the envelope bag. I love this bag so much. It is a Series 0. It is very vintage. It is like butter in your hands. I can't even tell you how different the lambskins feel on a modern bag versus a vintage bag. It's like not the same thing. It's like a completely different material. That's how crazy it is. This is a navy blue. Now, I originally, like I said, had the navy blue in this. I just never used it, so I ended up selling it in a closet sale. And it really, like, my heart for, like, I want navy blue and gold bag that I can like wear with the specific outfits, but like that shape really wasn't doing it for me. And like this is. Now, here's the deal with these vintage envelope bags that is like notorious. Anything with this particular clasp, as you can see, the clasp on the inside has like a mechanism that like closes around this little like dart, if you will, like little point, and it malfunctions after a while. So Leather Surgeons, what they do is they replace this, but you can't replace this exact particular snap. So they replace it with a turn lock. It is the only time that Leather Surgeons will ever do that. They never will alter a bag in any way compared to what it was supposed to be originally from like the design and the manufacturing, you know, of the bag. So they won't change a color. They won't do anything like that. But because it is a CC and the only difference is the fact that it's a turn lock versus a clip, they will do that. I think this is literally like one of the only exceptions to that. And I actually love that because I would prefer it to be a turn lock anyways. I know this because I had this in black and I sold it in a closet sale. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do with this though. I'm going to have Leather Surgeons make me a strap that I can crossbody this with. I'm gonna put 2 lobster claws on either side so I can just attach it to this chain so I can wear this as a crossbody. But wait, look at this. This chain, right, is perfect size for a shoulder. But if you do this, right, look at what it becomes. the most perfect top handle ever. And wait for it, look at that. Stop, right? Stop. It's so freaking cute. Again, I'm gonna put the lobster claw like just on the inside. Lobster claw is like little, so it's removable, right? They'll make you something like that as long as it's removable, and like the bag itself will never be like altered in a way that cannot be put back into its original condition, right? That is like a very, very strict rule that they have. And so I could have them actually like just put, just make this longer, because a lot of people prefer to like make their chains like a certain length for their body shape or size or whatever. I don't want to make it permanent. I just want an extra chain that I can crossbody and add here and here. That is exactly, and I'm gonna get it re-gold plated because the gold on here is starting to definitely has like some rubbing on it. And so can you imagine the crossbody like this? And I'll put that strap like that so it just hangs like this, right? Is that not gonna be the cutest bag that you've ever seen in your freaking life? Okay, which leads me to another iconic bag. This is the iconic extra large CC Chanel tote. This is super rare. Typically you see this Chanel CC like this on a single flap bag. They made those in the 90s and early 2000s, I think, or a couple years. Anyways, they're so popular. You definitely seen them. So when I saw it in the tote version, I was like, done. Oh my God, sold. Look at the bottom. It's so cool, right? It's literally so cool. I'm obsessed. The other great thing about Leather Surgeons is that this is like turning into an ad for Leather Surgeons. Like, I'm not sponsored. Should I get sponsored by Leather Surgeons? Like, probably. But they send a certificate of authenticity whenever they do a spa or restoration on a bag, especially when you're shopping pre-loved. You definitely absolutely want to know what you're doing. Like, I wouldn't suggest as like a newbie searching for pre-loved bags willy-nilly and just being like, just buying something that is a good deal. No. That's not what I do. I am like overly educated to do this, right? Like, I love it. It's a hobby. I'm like I know a lot about Chanel. I've held a lot of Chanel, so I can tell very easily. Another really great app that a lot of people use is Entropy. There's a lot of small businesses that use Entropy, and Entropy looks at leather on a microscopic level. They take a picture and like through a magnifying glass, and they compare that leather to like all of the leathers that Chanel has like produced over like the years, and they can very much tell if there's a super fake or a bag that is like not the same leather quality that Chanel uses or the same kinds of leathers, stuff like that. All that being said, I love this bag. It is so freaking amazing. Next, you might be looking at this and going, what do you mean? That's not a bag. This is a long wallet. Yes, you are right. This technically isn't a bag, but I'm about to show you, especially if you've lasted this long in the video. First of all, thank you. Comment down below the emoji, the purse, if you've lasted this long. Okay, so this isn't a long wallet. I have a video completely dedicated to this on my YouTube channel. It's one of like the very first videos that I showed, and it's because I posted it to Instagram, and I have never got so many DMs on one video in my life. Everybody flipped out at this idea, and it's kind of brilliant. So this is the first thing that I actually think I ever sent to Leather Surgeons, and it was this bag. I had this idea because this is, as you can see, all the collectors are like dying right now, is an iridescent beige bag. Iridescent beige is one of the most collected and collectible Chanel items that you can get. They very rarely do pearlescent bags, and at the time when this came out, they had like never done them, or done them like maybe one other time. They're very, very like few and far between. So anything iridescent or pearlescent in Chanel is super highly collected and like heightens the resale value of the item immediately, and people will definitely pay over retail like as the bag is coming out, just because they're so hard to find in store. Now, this was iridescent, right? I bought it because of the iridescent, but it definitely had some wear on the corners, so I sent it into Leather Surgeons, and I was like, what if we made it into a crossbody? Because I saw the potential that this is the Gusset bag. Now, I get this question the most, so listen up if you want to do this. This is the Gusset, meaning it has a gussets on the side here that you can fit anything in it. Now, the thing about this that makes it insane, this is my work phone. Are you ready? It fits your phone. Like, well, all your cards, a lipstick, a lotion, it fits literally just as much as a regular Chanel walk would. Yeah. Yeah. Wait for it. Yeah. I know. So it was kind of game changing. I have always wanted a pop of color, like little crossbody, little Chanel walk, and pink is my color. I am fuchsia. Fuchsia is the color of my blood. I love fuchsia. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, yes. Now, this is a patent colored bag, and everyone that is a Chanel lover will know this. Don't buy Chanel patent leather colored bags. The only reason I bought this is because A, it was a good deal, and two, I like knew the risk and I wanted to use it, right? If you're buying a patent leather colored bag as like something that you're wanting to preserve and like be really particular, no, because look, it will always transfer. You can be like so baby careful with this, and marks will always happen on colored patent leather. Black patent leather, never. You can like throw that thing and like put it through a blender and it will come out perfect, pristine, right? But any light colored patent, just inherently, like, listen, this is glass. I don't know if you can see it, but can you hear that? It will stick to glass. It will stick to glass. If you lay this on a receipt, the receipt will instantly transfer over to the patent leather and it is impossible to get out. This was just another like slightly patented leather on my daytimer that my mom just like accidentally put in my luggage as she was like packing stuff up. We were traveling and it laid on it for like a few minutes and boom, instant transfer. So annoying. I bought it to be like a great little easy, fun crossbody that I could wear traveling and run around, you know, Paris in and it not be a big deal. Soon after I bought a black version because I love, like, this is so useful when you're traveling. I cannot even tell you, because if you just need your essentials, you need your phone, you need like, you know, a lipstick, whatever, like your lotion and like your cards, your passport, it fits. All of that fits. Again, I even do like a mini lipstick and you can fit a few more things in there. That's just like a mini Charlotte Tilbury one that I keep in there. This, and I use this black one so much. So many of my photos, I'll try to post some on a screen, are with this bag. I literally love it so much. It is such an easy, everyday, like run around, not have to worry about it. And finally, last but definitely not least, the 18th bag. If you've lasted this long, I literally love you. Thank you so much. This is my Chanel extra large hardware tote. Now, I bought this actually to be a closet sale bag. Well, this is one of them. I already had this tote, right? And the other tote. So I was like, I don't need another tote, but this is an amazing freaking bag and it would be such a good one for the closet sale. And then I never sold it. It's so good. This hardware, I don't have anything obviously with like this chunky gold hardware that is like so oversized and amazing. And when I saw it in person, I was just like, I need it though. Like, it's so good. I love it. I love it. Look at it. It has the big CC here, right? It's plain on the back. It's so like, it's bigger. The other thing that like sold me on it is that it's bigger than both of my other bags. Both of my other bags are really like laptop, like run around bags, but this is like a tote. Like sometimes you're like out all day and you need a tote bag, right? Like instead of like a smaller bag. And I have used this bag so much. It is so useful because of how big it is, but it's not wide. And there you have it. That is the last Chanel bag in this video. I know I showed like 2 bags that were my mom's or that I bought my mom, but I thought I would include those since they're just fun eye candy to look at. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Again, subscribe if you are not already, pretty please, because I talk about all things Chanel investment, all things luxury investments in general. I very much love talking about money and how to invest your money, especially if you're, you know, like starting to develop your portfolio and you're making more money and you are like, how do I make smart decisions when you're shopping? That is all that I talk about. What is a collector's item in a certain brand? What is going to maintain its value? What is not going to maintain its value? Those are all the kinds of things that I talk about. And if you love that subject in general, definitely go check out my podcast as well, because I go into all the in-depth versions. I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching again. Bye.